Hey, we're live and it's a little bit different tonight. I'm Melly.
And I am Gary.
And Gary is from home. He's zooming in because he can't make it. He's that busy with work. He's stout off. You borrow that top off Dovey?
Full kit wanker.
That's what Dovey came in the leisure centre. We were playing Gallon, the red shorts, red socks. Get in. You need to start that again, Gallon, if you're watching. So, Gary, it was a kind of interesting weekend, Mara, wasn't it?
It was. Good one for Man United, wasn't it?
Cracking win for United, mate. Absolutely. I didn't think it was coming. We'll come to that. But the league table as it stands at the minute, Liverpool's on 54, played 24. City's played 23 with 52. Arsenal's on 52. Then you got Spurs on 47, Villa on 46, United on 41, Newcastle on 36, West Ham 36, Brighton 35, and completing the top 10 is Chelsea on 34. I mean, the top 3, 4, or 5 even, maybe, they've still got every chance. Do you think Man United are still in the title race or what?
Nah. No, they haven't been consistent enough of it. But team that's on the
in 2024.
and I can't see the rest of them slipping up that many games.
Uh-huh.
But I tell you, another team that's putting some wins together now, Chelsea.
Aye.
They seem to be finding a little bit of form. Maybe it's like, I don't know, they're starting to knit the players together a little bit more. Which we knew was going to take time, but it seems to be starting to happen for them a little bit, doesn't it?
I mean, last night, first off, I didn't even think they had the shot on target.
Mm-hmm. But we had from home, no one.
Aye, still though, it's against Palace, who are doing on their luck. But you're right, they're grinding up results. And, I mean, they're sitting in 10th now, and they're only, 7 points off us?
Mm-hmm.
So, they're creeping up. Will they get Europe? Probably. West Ham's dropping off, aren't they?
Uh-huh.
West Ham's dropping off. It's probably
right.
Chelsea and the Toon who get Europe, I think. I think Man United, they're on a run now. They're doing well. They're starting to click. I think they'll push for the Champions League. They're only 6 points. Spurs got that late goal. Otherwise, they were
wheeling them in a little bit.
They were only 4 points ahead of her, So, look, the season, I predicted on NUFC Matters, it was going to be the best season ever. And although it's still the same 2, 3 at the top, it still has been a pretty good league. It's been anybody's beaten anybody, aren't there, really? You cannot really predict who's going to win.
There's no easy games, is there? I think we've said that. The team, I mean, Sheffield United, the weekend, I don't think anyone on the show last week predicted that they would lose, that they would win away at Luton, because Luton's been good at home. Mm-hmm. And then Sheffield United got in and beat them comfortably. It looked, didn't it?
Aye, it was blew us away that a bit. To be honest with you, I just didn't have Sheffield United to win another game. Actually, to be honest with you, for the remainder of the season.
Then score 3 goals.
It was absolutely mental. Relegation at the bottom, you've got Sheffield United on 13 and Burnley. Everton's on 19. Luton have played a game less and they're on 20, a point in front. We've got Forest there on 21. Palace on 24. Brentford on 25. Who's safe out of them, do you think? Who stays up? Who guys doing?
What's been the... Used to always say it was 40 points, didn't it? But I think the last few seasons it's been less than that, hasn't it? I think high 30s sort of gets you in.
I can't see any of these getting to 40 points, to be honest with you.
No, but that's what I'm thinking. So maybe it'll be around about 35 or something. Aye.
Let's quickly have a look at the results then, Gary. So on Saturday, you had City beat Everton 2-0.
Haaland back his first start on it.
Aye.
Goals.
Haaland scores both goals. De Bruyne comes on for Núñez in the 57th minute. Haaland scores 10 minutes later, and then De Bruyne sets up for his second. It's game hour. What's the matter with Jack Grealish? Why has he been kind of?
I don't know. He just. I mean, that's a hard one to work with because it's the same with Doku as well, isn't it? The thought they brought like him in, and like he gets a run of games, and then all of a sudden it's like then he kind of get a game, and I don't know.
Aye. It's I think because he's playing so well that Doku, and obviously you got Foden, who's absolutely untouchable. Silva, it's a hard team to break into, you know. It's
no.
That Doku reminds me of Valenciennes Maximum. He's got like, you know what I mean? But I don't think he's the full package. Like, I really don't.
But sometimes it takes a while, like to get like, and I think he's young. I'm just looking at the team they did start at the weekend. He did start, and Nunes started. So I mean, but they've got the Champions League obviously this week. The night. So. He's obviously mixing it up, so you wouldn't be surprised if, like, Grealish comes back in and starts because he likes to do that. He doesn't like to overplay them. He does it with the fullbacks, the centre halves. They've got a good squad, and he does rotate, doesn't he?
He's got the luxury of doing that, hasn't he? The Toon fans are straight in when we mentioned Grealish. Johnny Borchel saying, "Get up, lads. Hope you're both doing well." We are. We're really well, mate. Thank you. Hope you are too. And Robert saying he's shit. And Grealish is a shit Miggy. That's obviously because Grealish gave Miggy crap, didn't he?
Aye.
But I think he's probably been right in the long run, honey, because you look at Miggy new, didn't you? And you think he had a good season when he said that. He came back and he was unplayable. But this season, he's like, he's not for me. Like,
no,
that Miggy Almiron, nah. He looks like he's always carrying like the heaviest bags in the world from Mazda. You know, like at any time the touch can like be like a pinball, can't it? You know? He has Gallen. Miggy's better than Ganache. Garnache has.
Oh, aye.
Gallen, did he get in the forest?
Dobie did. We've seen him in Hooters.
Is that the wing bar? Yeah.
The chicken wings bar. So we'll start with City then.
We've ended with City. Well, we'll end City because they won 2-0. We knew they would win. Everton give them a game though. They were in the game for the first half, and obviously, you know, the talent that they've got sitting on the bench to come on, and you're bringing like somebody fresh as a daisy on who would like get into any team in the world. So of course it's going to make a difference. You know what I mean? It's
no, 1,000,000%.
The quicker the 115 charges come to fruition, the better for me. Like,
I think if they do.
Gallen says he didn't. He's skint. What a load of bollocks. Anyway, Fulham 3, Bournemouth 1.
I'm sure I said Fulham at home. Like the D score goals at home. Bournemouth, I don't know. They were having an average season, and same as Fulham, they like drift up and down, didn't they? It's I don't know. It's so hard to predict, but like you said before, everyone is beating everyone, so it doesn't come as a surprise. Rodrigo Muniz got 2 of them. I don't even know who that is. Is that like a new signing or a young'un?
I don't know. But D Cordova Reed, he's scored one, then set his up. So, listen, Fulham's one of them teams, aren't they? They'll always be there or thereabouts because they're capable of, when they turn up, they're hard to beat. There's no doubt about it. Ferry says, hi, lads. Hello, Ferry. How you doing?
Very all right.
From your mansion?
No, definitely. I like Fulham's one of them teams now. I didn't mind watching them. And Mint Stadium, like I think it's like one of them places. I kind of want them to stay in the Premier League.
Aye.
I didn't dislike them.
Yeah, it's the same with Luton. I mean, I'm trying desperately to get a Luton. It's the only game at the beginning of the season that I wanted to go into. You know, where?
Really? Come on, Harry. You can do it.
Mentally, like Liverpool 3, Burnley 1. Moving on. That's it. What an absolute knob end. Any Liverpool 3. Burnley 1. Yeah, I think we predicted that, didn't we, Gary? We knew that they were gonna. It was a matter of how many they were gonna get, but Diego Jota scored in the first half. O'Shea equalised just before half time, and then the second half, they notch it up again. Luis Diaz scores, and Darwin Núñez finishes it off for 3-1, keeps them top of the league. And as much as you didn't like them, or we didn't like them, you know that they're playing, aren't they?
No, definitely. I think I said that. You know what it is? Since Salah's went to the African Cup of Nations, right? And so in the games, even like when he was away, I don't know if he was back at the weekend. Now when them front threes playing together, they seem you notice all three of them scoring.
Aye, it's the same with Harry Kane and Spurs. I think like Gary, you've gone. Oh yeah, what in there you got gift Gav?
Oh, that's my joke, man. You can't use that.
Jesus.
I
like back in the Stephen Hawkins.
Them three seem to link up better than like when Salah. I'm not saying like Salah's, but I don't know. They just seem to be playing well together, don't they?
I think you get that, didn't you? You know, there's one of them personalities in the dressing room, and like everybody seems to think that he's the best, and then he's away. So they've got something to prove, haven't they? Like play with. You know what I mean? Like how many have they scored since he's been away? I would like to find that out. Actually, if anybody knows online, if they can do a quick check for, that would be absolutely great. Luton 1, Sheffield United 3. Sheffield United 2 goals up before half time. Morris brings one back with a penalty for Luton, but Vinny Souza ends the hopes of any kind of comeback, scoring in the 72nd minute. Surprise result.
Definitely.
In it at the bottom there.
We didn't see that coming. But I'm just having a quick look there. The stats, like Jesus Christ. Luton had 75% possession and
still got beat.
A load of chances.
Aye.
So the 13 corners to 1. So Luton, it looks like Luton like battered them, but it's just one of them. Aye, it looks like right.
But they can score, but only in the tune. We score plenty.
4 for 4.
Tottenham 2, Brighton 1, mate. Brighton obviously took an early lead through Gross before Sarr equalised in the 61st minute, and then obviously 6 minutes into injury time at the end of the whistle, B. Johnson scores for Spurs, assisted by Son Heung-min.
It was
let's have a look at the stats on that game. So pretty even game, 52% to Spurs, 48 to Brighton. More shots, more goal attempts, and the expected goals was 1.5 to 1.25, which means very little at the end of the day. It's 2-1. It's 2-1. They got the 3 points. And
good win, keeps them in the title race.
Unbelievable win, mate. Unbelievable win. They needed that, and you know what it is. They'll push on from that. It's not just a late win. It's them kind of wins that push you.
No, definitely.
For us with Villa. Wolves 0, Brentford 2. Another surprising result, really. I mean, I had a draw on that, I think, but obviously Wolves have had a goal disallowed after going 1-0 down. Sergio Reguilon being the assist. It's like he's played there for 5 years. You watched him.
Aye, he had a good game. What other game did I watch? He had a good game. Might have been a cup match last week, actually. And then
Ivan Toney, aye. He's obviously had himself 20 quid on that, hasn't he?
You wouldn't put it past him, would you?
Nah. Listen, there's some good crack going on in this comments here. Like, Martin Gallen saying, is that Fairy, the cocker? And Fairy's put a fishing rod in. Gallen's replied with his. And he's saying, Melly, you owe me a quid a month for that. I'm not going into it on here, but he's definitely a cocker, Gallen. Fairy says, Beal in, we beat the Toon all day, Gallon. I have another one from Sweet and Savoury, Milburn Road, coffee machine.
No chance.
Nah. Keep your Punland coffee machine. Nottingham Forest 2, Newcastle 3. Let's start with the stats to start with. The Newcastle expected goals was 0.5. Forest is 1.2. Newcastle had more possession. They had 62%. They had 7 attempts with 5 shots on goal and 2 shots off goal. Forest had 13 goal attempts, 3 shots on goal, 10 shots off goal. Feel Forest can feel a little bit hard, don't they, there? Like, I really, obviously Bruno's, he's captain, isn't he, Bruno? Or not? Was Trippier?
Trippier was, aye.
Trippier's the captain, but Bruno played like the captain, didn't he? He's getting them out the shit there, I think. It was 2s each at half time, like a high goal scoring draw. And Newcastle, again, you can look at all the stats that you want, but they've pulled it out the bag. They've scored another one. I personally thought that Dan Burn was in for a hell of an afternoon after the first 25 minutes. And he didn't, mate. He changed his game a bit, and then because I thought, they're targeting him here because that Elanga was just leaving him for dead. So something must have been, you're going to have to start reading the game a little bit better here, Dan, because like he's start 5 yards back. Who's that?
But I think even for the goal, it wasn't just Dan Burn. He made him and Botman look slow.
But the keeper's only come out because he's up against Dan Burn, I think. Otherwise, he knows Dan Burn's getting beat to that ball. That's why he's come out to Bradford.
I think it was the pass that made that, though. One of the pass and the run that Morgan gave.
100%.
Really good goal.
Good result for the Toon. Had my hands up. 3 points in the bag. I think if it had been anybody else a little bit better, I think the Toon would have gotten beat.
Yeah. Good finish for the last goal by Bruno. Like, it was a hell of a finish out.
He was. You kind of take it away from.
No, he's good.
We're going to get to that even in a minute. Rasmus. Go Razmataz. Go Razmataz. Go Razmataz. Right. We're moving on to Sunday, right? We have got the all-important fixture. Sorry. We'll start off with West Ham and Arsenal. My God.
What happened there?
Unbelievable, that.
I mean, David Moyes said, didn't he? And David Moyes says we're just going to have to put that under a bad day at the office again. It was just a comedy of errors that wouldn't normally happen, like, in one game. But it happens, doesn't it? I mean, we when we went to Liverpool last season and they stuck like 7 past to it, and once you get like 3 or 4 goals, like the Heats, it doesn't matter who you are, who you play, like the Heats gone down, and then you just can't get back into it. Like, it seems to be the norm, doesn't it? Like, when somebody does that at another team, they just gone to bits. That's what's happened here.
Definitely, you're at home. It's embarrassing. It's a derby. I don't know how big of a derby it is, but the London clubs, West Ham's obviously capable of beating anybody on the day, and they get hammered 6-0 off Arsenal, who they've been winning, but they haven't been winning convincingly. You know what I mean? And they made them look like Sunday League team. It must be absolutely devastating as a professional footballer. You're gaining a living through being a professional, and your rivals is putting 6 back. I mean, we were absolutely heartbroken, weren't we?
Liverpool.
You've hit the nail on the head. Like when it's 2-3, it could be 33 because like the Heats is doing, and it's hard to come back from that. Ferry says no, only one Bruno for me. He's not consistent. He's obviously on about Bruno Guimaraes. You know what? Bruno will get into any Premier League team, I think. He's a good player. His vision's unbelievable. His work rate's really good. It's his anger, isn't it? Every now and then he lets his anger get the better of him, and he like makes stupid rash challenges, and he's been looking at it set off quite a bit. He
does, but I like that in a player, mate. I like it.
if you look at like Casemiro at the weekend, mate, it gets to a point where you become known, right, for being that type of player.
So the book anyway.
And the bookie anyway. He didn't even touch him.
Yeah.
He started doing the river dance, like going backwards and forwards, wasn't he? Telling him, I didn't touch him, I didn't touch him. It doesn't matter though. Your reputation surpassed you, mate, and they just book you. That referee will look back at that and be embarrassed. You've got to be embarrassed. You've been had, mate. You've been even that Matty Cash. He did it again. Did you see that in the corner? Never touched him twice.
I read something the other day, and I read something, and they were saying something about are they on about where the referees, they're trying to bring something down so the referees can speak after the games or something next season? Because it must be like in the written law that they're not allowed to or something, but they're trying to change it so they can.
We said that at the beginning of the season. If the referees had to speak at the end of the game, then the decisions wouldn't be as easily given as what they are, because they've got to come out and defend that corner and explain why they did that. Whereas at the minute they've got a free pass, they can dictate a game. They can actually, like, and I'm like going big here, but they can actually decide a team's season through a couple of bad decisions, but they just drift off into the tunnel, no questions asked, away scot-free. They're getting paid good money, man. Explain the decision.
They're not coming up against that team, so to speak, next week, or them same fans. They're going somewhere else in the country, so they don't have to face the music, do they? It's not like that the same ground week in, week out, where they're going to like get the backlash for it.
By the time it comes back run, the fans are forgetting about it. A lot's happening. You know what I mean? So they get away with it, and I think it's right. I didn't agree with the blue card. I think they should just, like what they're trying to do to football here. Do they want it like the Super Bowl in America, where it stops every 2 minutes, or like commercialized? Let's get Eminem on at half time and sing a song to the crowd.
That'd be good, wouldn't it?
Yeah, wouldn't
it? Yeah, we're getting to the bar in half time. That's where we're getting.
We can get in. Yeah. Bruno, since Christmas, has been classing back to his best. Alan says, what about Rashford cheating to get that free kick just before the goal?
I didn't say that.
What's he on about? It was a corner. First one was a corner, and the second one he was off the pitch. I don't know what he's on about. But anyway, we'll get to United, because that was about Arsenal, even though it might not feel like it was. United, Villa 1, United 2. Mate.
I've got no idea how we won the game. We did. It's min 3 points.
Gary, we dominated the first half, man.
No, we did. Like the first 20 minutes, it's probably the best we've played away. Like the first 20 minutes, we're flying. But then, you know what it is? When we get the goal, we do that all the time when we score the goal, and then we just try and sit back and let teams come onto it. How many times we've tried to do that this season, and then it bites them in the arse, doesn't it? But luckily this season we've been able to kick on and go and do it again. But we do it all the time.
For me though, Gary, it was Luke Shaw going off at half time. We didn't just lose Luke Shaw and that running up the way. He gives you a lot, mate. And then we brought on Lindelof, who hasn't had a lot of game time, and he looked lost. He looked lost.
Why did you not put Amrabat there, like who he's done like time and time before?
Aye.
I reckon there's a good young'un in the academy. Learning with him, maybe he's coming in for the weekend. But the let Regulon return, the broke his loan spell.
Aye.
You know what I mean?
Listen, I'm going to show this, right? Because it's just come in there. I'm sure everybody will want to see it. So I'll quickly show this.
Scott McTominay.
United. Oh, you know what it is, so.
Where was Rashford?
Where you gone? Rashford was nowhere to be seen. Yeah. We were like, Gary was actually where he was, weren't you?
Aye.
We both come up the wrong way, so it would bring it. I went running down and they went to the edge. I was nearly on the pitch. I was going to be on about, nah, I'm definitely not getting another jump on here. It was absolutely unreal. But you know,
It was
the
a
sad thing,
good away, wasn't it?
it was unbelievable, absolutely unbelievable. We've had some good aways this year, haven't we? Really.
Aye.
We've had some bad ones and all, but now, you know, you got to take the rough with the smooth. But it was typical United, like of the olden days, wasn't it? You know, like never say die attitude, backs against the wall. It looked like Villa were going to get the second and potentially then the third because we would have just died on our feet. And
I mean, before we scored, though, Garnacho should have had another one, shouldn't he? We did have some good chances and some good passage of play. It was just, we just cannot, I don't know, we just cannot keep possession of the ball for long spells of time. We're either sitting back, letting the other team have it, or we're hitting them and countering them. Like, we cannot like play like fluent football where we keep it and retain it. It's either gang for it or just let them have it and we'll sit back.
And England's the same, aren't they? You know, like if they attack from the front, we're a different kettle of fish.
Mm-hmm.
But when we sit back, we're there to be opened up. I'm sorry, I was just reading that as it came in. That free kick that led to the corner, mate, blatant dive. I didn't see it, Gallon. I can't, but if it is, I'm against diving. Like it's spoiling the game. Maguire, quality the last few games he's played for us. And on our masterclass, you've got to take your hat off.
Shot stop, and he was excellent on
you. Really, really good. That one a close proximity in the first half.
When he comes running out.
And he just gets his hand absolutely class. And Jimmy Moore.
Went through, didn't he?
Aye, yeah. We thought Hoyland was offside. He looked a mile offside, didn't he?
Aye, we went the other end, don't we?
Gary, is your neighbour in?
What?
Is your neighbour in?
My neighbour?
Aye.
Why?
Give them a knock, see if you can borrow that Wi-Fi code.
Shut up, man.
Gary Mull, how are you doing, okay? Are you both happy with the team? I just can't get excited and jealous about United like they were a threat years ago. Mully, stop getting the heat.
Is that coming from somebody that won one Premier League title in COVID? In the last 40 years.
This is why you don't want them to win the league, because they're sitting top of the league there, right? And they're like, honestly, that's really what gets me about Liverpool fans. Like, they think they're mint. They've had their best chances. They've been the best they've been for 40 years, these last 5-6 years. And they've won one Premier League. I think they've won 3 trophies. They've won the Champions League, the Premier League, and an FA Cup. We won that in 10 days, man. You know what I mean?
You're right, Luke. You're right, Luke.
We did. They've got small memories. Honestly, just you watch. I tell you what, right? Underneath Old Trafford at the minute, the first team, everything is rosy. The youth system is all singing and dancing. They've got good coaches doing there. They are all doing really well. And you can see by the young'uns that are coming through, Manu, Garnacho, there's a few more to mention who haven't actually hit the first team yet, but are really, really good. That is all working fantastically. Sir Jim Ratcliffe was accepted today from the Premier League. So that's going to be announced in the next 2 or 3 days. He is going to change the dynamics. We're going to have a director of football. We're going to have people who actually know about football buying players. And then you've got Ten Hag, who manages young'uns. The best I've ever seen. Literally, honestly, we are on our way back. And we're not going to be one of them clubs that spend money, mate. We're going to be one of them clubs who find kids, young'uns, bring them through. I'm telling you, just keep a few personalities in that dressing room. Get rid of all these posers and TikTokers who are making 300 grand a week and didn't want to come to training, or they want to come late, or they want to play on PlayStations or whatever, and just replace them with people that want to play for United, play for the badge. Because honestly, you'll
sucking helium balloons. He's addicted to helium.
All right, it's coming out this week, innit? Didn't somebody tell her?
On the train.
Jadon Sancho, it's coming out this week. He was the one that was sniffing the laughing gas. So when Ten Hag's in the dressing room saying, you will apologise, and he's laughing at him, he wonder, he's away to Borussia Dortmund. Of course he's got a thingy. Gary, honestly, I know I was taking the mick, mate, but Your internet, it really is crap. You keep doing this. Gary.
I got you there.
Why can't I find a pair of my bloody matching socks? Fuck's sake, says Scurf. More points than United and most of the title wins under Ferguson. Oh, God.
Surely not. Surely not. Is he comparing? He's not comparing them to Fergie's 20 Premier Leagues, is he? Come on.
That's unbelievable, that Morley. Honestly. He must have been on night shift and not went to bed. That's the only explanation I can think of for that. Liam Crisp, Shea Lacey looks very good in the academy. Definitely, mate. Garnacho won't make it at Man United. He's just another Overton. What are these not been drinking? Gary, I'm going to boot you in a minute. I'm going to boot you from the page. Move your phone downstairs. Hi. Moldy's piped back up with 98 points, 97 points, and pipped to the title by the best team in the Premier League history.
Did he win it?
Oh, no, I'm banning him. He's getting chucked. This is absolutely unbelievable, this. Are you going to play football with him, Gary?
Probably. I've got another one that's straight up.
Smash him. Mate, have you ever seen a statement like that in your life? Garnacho won't make it at Man United. He's just another Overton. Yeah. He absolutely tore Villa a new Arsenal at the weekend. 4 or 5. Once he like starts finishing, nobody can get near him when he's dribbling. Nobody. They're mental, aren't they, Gary?
Mental? I think they're just getting a bite with you, Melly. You cannot.
I am not. I'm not. Anyway, we'll end it up on air because we're going to quickly talk about this week's games. What's that like?
Yeah.
They're better.
They were gone.
Get the band's phone. Palace 1, Chelsea 3, mate.
3?
Aye.
Did it?
Aye, they scored another one. I cashed it for 94 quid in case they got a goal, Palace. Because I had Palace half-time, City full on one of my free bets through signing up to that new betting app. And I cashed it out in case they got a late goal. And then they went
was it the win like?
Honestly. You know what it is.
How much would you have won?
100. So it was like 6 quid.
It wasn't worth the 6 quid.
It was a no-brainer. So I put my bets on for the weekend. We'll go again, mate, and see if we can get out.
Yeah.
Chelsea ended up getting a win there. We talked about them at the beginning, so we're not going on. Michael Morbiff with an knick-knack paddywhack to talk about. Why don't City go home? You and I. Michael Morbiff, I hope you're well, Morbiff, lad. It's been a long time near see, mate. Hope you're keeping well in the family, pal. So, yes, let's quickly look on because Gary's got to go on to football tonight. Premier League this weekend. Brentford, Liverpool. What are you going for?
Who? Brentford, Liverpool?
Brentford's at home.
Liverpool win.
I'm going 2-1 Brentford.
2-1 Liverpool.
Yeah? What do you reckon? Get your predictions in on the side here.
Morley against 5
now. Yeah, some boy, like, honestly.
Good on, lad.
I just thought he talked a bit of sense, but after the night, he's either tired or delusional. One of the two.
Torn up the football, he's full Liverpool kid, hasn't he?
Hope he's got running legs on. He's marking John Robb, he says. I seen Gary Gann. If we're ever late for a train, we send him. He puts the booster pack on and he's gone. On you.
Oh, yeah.
And the train like this. Oh,
true story.
Get in. Mint. He says Brentford's a banana skin.
Does he?
So good. They're good potential. And he doesn't like them morning kickoffs, does he, Klopp?
Oh,
as well as not liking the referees, as well as not liking the Premier League, as well as not liking Liverpool, because he's often leaving them, isn't he?
Are the grass being too long or too wet? Are the grass too long, too wet?
Unbelievable. Anyway, Burnley against Arsenal. Burnley at home.
Oh, Arsenal, easy win.
I am going Arsenal as well, 3-1. Fulham against Villa.
Has Liverpool got a Europa game or not?
Nah, I think it's let's have a quick look. What are they in the Champions League?
And I thought they were on the Thursday night club, weren't
they? Oh no, but they're the best team ever.
You know the best team
the best team ever. They cannot be in that one. You're joking. Yeah, it must be next week because I cannot see them. So they've got fresh legs gone there.
So he'll be more than the week after when he's got to play 2 games in a week.
I hated that, me. I hated that Europa League. It was an absolute nightmare. So I'm going for an Arsenal win as well, mate. Fulham Villa, what did we go for there? What are you going for?
Oh, I'm going to go and score draw.
Score draw. It's got score draw written all over it. But I think that a defeat against United is going to hammer Villa me, and I think Fulham, I would normally go and score draw, but I think Fulham might nick it by a goal. Probably 2-1. Yeah. Newcastle are at home to Bournemouth. Gallon will be going to that because it's on his doorstep.
Home to Bournemouth. Yeah, you fancy Newcastle to win that, like, I would say.
Bournemouth, though. Bournemouth are coming back off 3-1 defeat.
Yeah, they got beat. 3-1 defeat. The dangerous on that day, though.
Really, like.
The dangerous on that day, Solanke's a good player, he.
They are right. They'll defend, won't they? They'll go into the tune. They'll not be going to like press them.
I don't know. They come to Old Trafford and batter
what the day, isn't it? And I kind of was going to contradict myself there and going, well, no, that's what Bournemouth do. They attack from the front, haven't they? Really. Look, I haven't normally gone in the Toon's favour, but I think I think Newcastle will win that 2-0.
I think they'll win.
Aye. Forest against West Ham.
Ooh. It's a game that I'm not really interested in, that, to be honest, like, but I'll say a score draw again.
I'm going for a Forest win.
You know, the Forest fans are beginning the season again. Get in, we've got West Ham. You know what I mean?
Got West Ham on the Saturday the 17th.
Get in.
I'll take you there for Valentine's Day, darling.
Jesus.
Tottenham Wolves.
Ooh. Tottenham Wolves.
Wolves just got beat, didn't they?
Aye, they did, but I don't know. I'm gonna go on the way win there.
I hope you're right, mate. And the late kickoff on Saturday night, which could see a title contender potentially dropping points because of the form that the away team's on at the minute, is City against Chelsea. 5:30 kickoff.
And that's a Chelsea team that's got their midweek football, isn't it? Fresh.
Mm-hmm. I'm off the back of a good win.
And I just can't see anyone beating City at home. So it gets that repetitive, doesn't it? It's that. I can't see out but a City win. But like you say, stranger things have happened. Chelsea will fancy it.
Aye, definitely. I mean, if they can keep it tight, like nails each up to 65, 70 minutes and break, like they can score goals. You know what I mean? They can score. There's no,
they can.
But I just think they're still quite vulnerable. They've got Silva there. He's been a good player. He's 39. He's nearly 40. He's starting. You can see that he's. Look, I'm 40, but his 40 and playing in the Premier League at that level must be, like unbelievably tough. Like it's got to be playing against young'uns who are fit as a fiddle. And he can see now and then, like he's thinking he's playing with his brain in it, and he knew, not his legs. And I think City might just be too much for them.
They've brought like a few young defenders in. That's probably for them to get their first 1 or 2 seasons at the way, isn't it? Hoping that him being there, and because they mix it up.
Aye.
They mix it up and they'll play either that Dear Sassy or Battershield, but they mix it up and then the young comes in. It's the right thing to do, like, it's good management, really. So they'll maybe be hoping if they can even get like maybe half a season out of him, where he plays like a couple of games here and there just to nurture them in. Like, hell of a player, though.
Oh, definitely.
Like you say, he's just lost his legs a little bit.
Yeah. Morley, Alonso, if they get him, mate, he's done absolutely fantastic out in Germany. That would be an upgrade on Klopp for me. Klopp's supposed to be this great manager, and he's good. Doesn't get us wrong. I just think that Alonso is completely the other side of the Richter for me. He just can't about his business. Doesn't get involved in all the politics and the crap. Just shows them how to play football. He'll be a cracking addition to Liverpool. United next season. Got 3 games a week when you're going for the quadruple again. It's not good going for the quadruple and just winning 1. Jesus. Let's can't have a prostitute for a cuddle. Gary Armold. Come on, Solanke. Gallon 2, Melly 1. You'll not believe this, Gary. He's never beat us before. And he gives us these pink dots. Honestly, it was like chucking bricks. I was struggling to lift it and took it, and he beat us. He'll not beat us again. I've got the new Derby fights there, what he played in the championship where what Gallen gave us. I've been hitting hundreds all night before coming here. It'll not happen again. Silva will be out. Looking at him limping off last night. Oh, that's a big loss, that. That's a big loss if they do lose him. Let me just quickly get through these. Sheffield United, Brighton on the Sunday. You don't want you to shut the curtains, wouldn't you?
You would. Brighton. I got a Brighton win, 2-1.
Brighton win 2-1. Dobie's joined the chat saying, how are you? Dobie, I got them. I got your darts obviously last week, but the flight kept coming out of one of them. I tell Gallen, and he give us these ones what you played with. I don't know if it's because I think that you've played with them and it's making us better. I've hit tons consistently the night. So fingers crossed it continues, because Morley's saying, let's have a live darts comp. I don't know how we would do that, but I'll be up for that. Like,
would you? I beat you 6-0 the other night, man.
Gary,
be like watching West Ham against Arsenal.
Gary,
you got hit with a lip on.
You've never stopped playing in the last 3 weeks. That was the first time I picked the darts up, man. Let's get a bit of practice. You'll not be beating me 6-0 again. I promise you that, lad. Luton, Man United. What are you going for?
3-0 Man United.
Oh, I hope you're right, like. And then ending the week, we've got Crystal Palace against Crystal Palace is away to Everton.
I'm going to get an Everton home win.
So am I. And then I'm going to take Roy Hodgson to walk the following week.
Do you think?
Not get sacked. I think they've got to. Otherwise, they're going to be fighting relegation, mate. I cannot see it going any other way. Honestly, I just think
they are anyway, aren't they?
Well, they are. Normally, he would come in and get them out of it. But they're sitting on 24. They're only 5 points clear. It's 2 games, mate. And you cannot see them actually winning games, like when you're watching them. I mean, last night, let's be honest, like they were up for it. They were at home. They should have probably gotten a draw, but it just shows you that they've gotten to the end of the game, they've become vulnerable, and they've conceded 2 quick-fire goals, and that's it. The pressure straight back on. Forget about over 85 minutes where it was ones each. People not remembering that. They're remembering you conceding 2 late goals. The confidence low. You're going into Everton away. Everton's on the up. They need to win. They're a good team. They're just, they've obviously gotten the points deducted. If they hadn't had the points deducted, they'll be sitting in 12th. So, I'm like you. I'm going to go for Everton win.
Comfortable.
Molly saying he's away to footy. Have a great rest of the show. I love watching. We'll love having you on. Just stop.
See you then.
Let me just quickly touch on this, Gary.
Yes.
Before you leave. Where are we? Sunderland are away to Birmingham this weekend.
Oh, well, you need to say the one, didn't they? 3-1.
Sunderland won 3-1 and they're currently sitting in 7th, but on equal points we're currently in 6th. It would be good, wouldn't it, if they come up?
Aye, love it.
Them and Borough. Two in Borough and
Aye.
Sunderland. You want the North East teams, you know, like you want them there, don't you? Really, it's where
Definitely.
we're from ultimately. But aye. So Sunderland away to Birmingham. Birmingham are sitting 6th bottom. But I think they've found a bit of form. I think they've won the last couple, haven't they? Which has took
Since
them
they got
from.
rid of Rooney.
Aye, yeah. That's just going to show you a great manager, a great player doesn't make a great manager. Look at Jurgen Klopp. Great player, shit manager. Thanks very much, everybody. Cheers, Gary. Enjoy your football, bunny lad.
Cheers, Tada.
Take care. We'll see you again soon. Ta-da.
Tada.